Julian Fitzgerald, insane physique, but guess what? Not only he's got an insane physique, but also he's only 18 years old. And guess what? He might be natural. Mind blowing, right? Whether he's 18 or 35, natural or enhanced, he just started training or been training for 30 years. This physique still is mind blowing and super impressive. And guess what? It's kind of tearing up the internet and people are splitting. Is he natural? Is he not? This debate is kind of huge, and he's like either the big thing of the fitness industry or another fake natty. I want you guys to also comment down below at the end. What do you think? I want to share my thoughts, share my opinion, give you guys arguments in both sides, in both favors, but also I like this debate, alright? It's not hating about anybody, but it's also because talking about training, fitness, dieting, the best exercise for your chest gets a little bit repetitive, alright? And as a fitness channel, it's always good to bring a little bit of debate in there, and just so people can also join in and give their opinion, okay? So it's a cool topic to talk about, more than, oh, this is a bad guy, or wow, this is a good guy, and idolize it, okay? So I want you guys to also be aware of it. It's not coming from a point of hating on anybody. So let's jump straight into it, because his physique is just insane. His physique is impressive. When I was scrolling, first time I saw him, I was very impressed that I just saw 18-year-old, and I was like, for sure, this guy's not natural. He looks like Phil Heath, seriously. He looks like he stepped off stage. Full muscle bellies, round, lean. I saw a video of him with Larry Wills training, super strong. Alright, he sounds like he knows what he's doing. So, like, kind of, he got it all, alright? And it's not as if there's any insane signs that will say it definitely is on PEDs. So, looking at him from the outside, just seeing a video, it is super impressive, and at the same time very symmetrical, and nothing screams PEDs. So I was like, whoa. And then I kept scrolling and I saw that he mentioned that he's natural, and then I started looking more into it, and just insane, right? Insane. All right, so let's talk about the arguments that can point in favor that he's natural. The first one would be his genetics. All right, obviously he's got insane genetics. Even for someone that is enhanced, having that physique would require insane genetics. So his genetics is just the top of the top, all right? And he mentioned that he comes from an athletic background. I saw a video of him playing football and he looks very athletic. So you can tell that the genetics are just insane. And yes, having good genetics can go a long way, and we can see it, all right? So he does have insane genetics, and I saw a video of his father, him and his father, and you can also tell his father is built, all right? So it's something that is a genetic gift that he's got. So that points in his favor, because someone that is not genetically gifted, let's say for me, my calves, it's like my worst muscle, all right? And I can see someone that never trained calves but is genetically gifted to have big calves, and I could just look at him and never understand it and say he takes PEDs. There's no way his calves are that big. Meanwhile, he's just born with huge calves, all right? So it's not because we have a lack, or we're not genetically as blessed, let's say, that if someone is genetically blessed necessarily means that they cheated their way there. Some people are born with long hair. Well, no, we grow our hair. But some people are born with great hair, and some people go bald after a certain age. Some people have green eyes. Some people have blue eyes. It's just the way it is. Number two, he did a blood work, all right? He did that blood work, and apparently he sent it to... I didn't look too much into it because, to be honest, I don't understand much about blood work, all right? I don't understand too much. I mean, a bit, but I'm not a specialist, so I'm not gonna come and tell you guys that blood work say this or that. I'm not a scientist, but apparently some things that he showed on the blood work looks like he's a normal person. That, well, everybody's normal, but that he never took PEDs, all right? But then some people might say on Reddit, well, if he takes SARMs or MK677, it might not show on blood work. But from his blood work, the conclusion is that everything is normal, so that also points in his favor. Number three, he started training at 13, 14, so it gives him like 5 years. And if someone, like, we gotta also always give people the benefit of the doubts in some cases. In that case, he's been training since 13, 14 years, insane genetics. Let's say he's got a big, like, support in his family where people know how to lift and are showing him everything. That gives him a good solid 5 years. If he started at 13 up until 18, it is possible in that scenario, right? Bear with me till the end. But I've seen like those videos of the 5-year-old guys in Russia that are doing gymnasts, and these guys are ripped. There's a gymnast, there's the youngest, strongest kid, and you can see he's got the biceps, he's got the abs, looks very good, very strong. So what if that kid started lifting and had good genetics and had good support, a good diet? Well, we would have a Julian by 18, 19, 20. All right. I would give it the benefit of the doubt personally, because also there is no obvious signs. No obvious signs in terms of acne, gyno, the traps. Nothing that you look at and you're like, whoa, that's insane. The gyno is insane, the 3D delts are insane, the traps are insane. So nothing in that way that makes it look like, that gives it away. All right. Also, he knows what he's doing in the gym. I mean, he's not someone that is completely winging it. I saw the video with Larry Wills, so he looks like he's comfortable in the gym and he's been there. All right. So he's got that experience in the gym. You can tell the way he holds the bar, he holds the dumbbell, and also it's not as if it's someone that is just like trying to sell us a crazy exercise or a crazy thing. Like he's doing the bench, he's doing the things with Larry Wills. So it's not as if, what I'm trying to say is that it's not as if he's telling us he only does pull-ups and push-ups and body weight stuff or elastic stuff. That would make it even more ridiculous. So because he's training correctly and eating correctly, that gives him also another point in his favor. Now, the points that wouldn't go in his favor is that he's got an unreal physique. Seriously, that's an unreal physique. 18 looks like Phil 8, looks like he just stepped off of a stage. Seriously, insane physique. And he also mentioned that he ate a lot of times cafeteria food. All right, so cafeteria food is like lasagna and pasta and pizza and burgers. So eating cafeteria food also, I mean, you've got insane genetics, okay, but how far can they take you by eating chocolate pies and apple pies or whatever? Cafeteria food, are you really getting enough protein from the lasagna and a little bit of ground beef that they'll put you? So it's also makes it a little bit doubtful, all right? Another thing is that he's got full round, lean, big, ripped muscles, and at the same time he's very strong. He's benching 3 plates, all right? So benching 3 plates. I started training at 14. At 18, I was benching 2 plates for 1 rep. All right, seriously, 2 plates for 1 rep. Probably I was bouncing it and I didn't even know what mind muscle connection is and connecting it well. But I know that at 18, even at 17, someone at the gym told me, you bench 100 kilos, that's insane. All right, and in his mind, it was like unheard of. He was like shocked. It was like 25 and I was 17. And yeah, so this guy, 3 plates, 8 reps, insane. And then you can say, well, there's powerlifters that are natural that do it. Yeah, but they're not as lean, big, or shredded and full as him. So one guy once told me a long time ago, you can either be big, lean, and strong. Pick 2 if you want to be natural. As a natural, you can be big and strong. You can be big and lean. No, you can be, I don't know what it was. If you guys remember it, comment down below. I think it was big and lean. Yeah, well, pick 2 out of the 3, big, lean, and strong. You can't be all of them. And actually, yeah, that's the thing. So, for example, now I'm lean, but I'm not so big, neither so strong, to be honest. Okay, so moving on, blood work. Like I said, the blood work can always be a little bit manipulated. This is something I believe in. I never believe in blood work, to be honest. And if it has to be a blood work, it has to be like a WADA, something like very, like they take their urine, they constantly test someone. I don't think it's just enough to just take a blood work. I have a client, he said, oh, I have low testosterone level, he feels like it. Well, so what he did is that everybody want to take now TRT because of the dumb trends. So he went to a clinic and he told the doctor, test my testosterone because I feel like I have low testosterone. And he got a test and he had low testosterone on the paper. And I told him, well, how have you been? How was your diet? Are you super stressed? Are you sleeping well? He's like, yeah, my sleep is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. He went again to see the doctor, improve the sleep, improve the diet, improve what was it? The stress, super stressed from work. He took a little bit of vacation, a lot less stress. Testosterone went back up. So you can't just do a test and be like, I have low testosterone, I gotta take TRT. If you sleep less for a few hours for one night, your testosterone will drop. If you fapped just before and you go take a blood test or a test, depends on what you eat, depend if you're stressed or not. All right, if you just lost your job and you're super stressed, of course your testosterone is going to be low, if you know what I mean. So don't just base something off one test or one blood work. But yeah, the blood work, it's not something that I believe. Moving on, number 4, there's always the incentive to claim that you're natural when you want to become a big thing in the fitness industry, so you can get a lot of hype around you, and then when people get caught, they would say, okay, well, I was caught, but I still got an insane physique. And we saw it with few fitness influencers. So the incentive maybe of money or make someone a bit more special. I'm looking down because I've got my notes right here. And the last one is that he's got a physique that is too good to be true. When I saw his back, from the front, he looks okay. He doesn't look like wow, but when I saw that back double bicep shot, I was like, insanity. So, crazy genetics and crazy dedication, whether we want it or not. I mean, the guy he's got the genetics and he's training, all right? He's training, he's pushing, he's doing his content, and he's fit and he's disciplined to the sport and he's training. So, we gotta respect that physique that he's showing, because at the end of the day, bodybuilding is presenting a masterpiece. All right, it's like I had bread with me before. I wanted to show it. It's like if you have bread and you're a baker and you want to make the best bread, and someone can say, well, you used because some people do that. They would use, what was it called, sparkling water in the pizza dough or in bread to make it a little bit more fluffy. And someone is using regular tap water, and someone is using water imported from Italy. But then at the end, the guy that is buying the bread just cares about getting the best bread. He's not gonna go, well, this is the best bread, but with tap water. Oh, this is the best bread, but I just use regular flour because you use organic flour, so you're cheating, or this or that. This is the best bread with $2. No, the guy just want to have the best tasting bread, and that's what people want to see, and that's bodybuilding, is showing a masterpiece. And I also say it, yes, I'm natural and my page is more about natural bodybuilding. A lot of people comment, they say I support you even though I'm not natural. It doesn't matter if you're natural or not, you can support me, because the channel is more about bodybuilding, with sharing positivity, encouraging people. I also want to encourage people to start their own channel and posting, but also the building the body is the masterpiece. Of course, it starts within, also the character and all those stuff, but it's showing the best masterpiece that you can, the symmetry, a beautiful physique. And building that beautiful physique takes the discipline to eat. I did my groceries, I just did my tuna salad. It was super easy for me to eat out, but it's all that discipline that at the end, after years and years, you're able to translate that in a good physique where you're full, you're lean, and to showcase it. All right, so it's not about hating, oh, this guy's unnatural, this guy this guy's that. That's a beautiful physique that is pleasing to the eye. It's like people that like watching cars. I do enjoy watching good, beautiful physique, because it's like, it shows how strong the human body can be. All right, and it's a passion of mine. All right, it's an interest of mine, and I've always liked that. To even watching movies, I would look at the muscular guy, and I'm like, oh, I want to be this guy. You know, so it's. Having a nice physique shows like all your lifestyle, all the investment, the sacrifice, the discipline that you put into it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's admiring to see. All right, so my opinion, if I would guess, honestly, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I want to say that, you know what, I know it looks insane, but I want to believe that he is natural, because if there is a genetic outlier or a genetic freak, that would be him. All right, and I want to believe it, because I'm not the guy that's like, anybody bigger than me or stronger than me is enhanced. This guy, I want to believe it. I do want to believe it. Insane. And yeah, it's just a beautiful physique, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this video. If you let me know what you think. Comment down below, man. I want to see those comments. Let's go. Comment down below. Leave your thoughts. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Watch others of my videos, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.